Behavioral approach. In personality theory, this perspective focuses on the effects of learning on our development. Collective unconsciousness. Carl Jung's concept of shared inherited reservoir of memory traces from our species theory. Collectiveness. Giving priority to the goals of one's group and defining one's identity accordingly. Defense mechanism. In physicolimbic theory, the ego's protective methods of reducing anxiety by unconsciously distorting reality. Ego, the largely conscientious executive part of personality that, according to Freud, meditates among the demands of the ID, superego, and reality. The ego operates on the reality principle. Empirical derived test. A test such as the Mpfa developed by testing a pool of items and then selecting those that discriminate between groups. False consensus effect. The tendency to overestimate the extent to which others share our beliefs and behaviors. Fixation. According to Freud, a lingering focus of pleasure-seeking energies at an earlier psychosexual stage in which conflicts resolve. Free association. In the psychoanalysis, a method of exploring the unconscious in which a person relaxes and says whatever comes to mind, no matter how trivial or embarrassing. Humanistic theories, a view personality which focus on the potential for healthy personal growth. ID, a reservoir of unconscious psychic energy that, according to Freud, strives and satisfies basic sexual and aggressive drives. The ID operates on the pleasure principle, demanding immediate gratification. Identification, the process by which, according to Freud, children incorporate their parents' values into developing superegos. Individualism, giving priority to one's own goals over group's goals and defining one's identity in terms of personal attributes rather than a group identifications. Minnesota Multifaceted Personality Inventory, the most widely researched and clinically used of all personality tests. Narcissism, excessive self-love and self-absorption. Oedipus complex. According to Freud, a boy's sexual desire toward his mother and feelings of jealousy and hatred for the rival father. Personality, an individual's characteristic pattern of thinking, feeling, and acting. Personality inventory, a questionnaire on which people respond to items designed to gauge a wide range of feelings, behaviors, used to assess selected personality traits. Positive psychology, the scientific study of optimal human functioning, aims to discover and promote strengths and virtues that enable individuals and communities to thrive. Projective test, a personality test such as a Rorschach that provides ambiguous stimuli designed to trigger projection of one's inner dynamics. Psychoanalysis, Freud's theory of personality that attributes thoughts and actions to unconscious motives in conflicts. The technique used in treating psychological disorders by seeking to expose and interpret unconscious tensions. Psychodynamic theories, the modern-day approach that view personality with a focus on the unconscious and importance of childhood experiences. Psychosexual stages, the children's stages that develop oral, anal, blah blah blah, during which, according to Freud, the ID pleasure-seeking energies focus on distinct erogenous zones. Reciprocal determinism. Bandura developed this existed the interacting influence of behavior, internal cognition, environment. Repression. In psychological theory, the basic defense mechanism that banishes anxiety, arousing thoughts and feeling and memories. The Rorschach in-block test. This is the most widely used projective test, a set of 10 ink blocks designed by Hermann Rorschach. Self. In contemporary psychology, assumed to be the center of personality, the organizer of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Self-actualization. According to Maslow, one of the ultimate psychological needs that arises after basic physical and psychological needs are met and self-esteem is achieved in motivation to fulfill one's potential. Self-concept. Our thoughts in feelings about ourselves. Into the question, who am I? Self-efficiency, one's sense of competence and efficientness. Self-esteem, one's feelings of high and or low self-worth. Self-serving bias, a readiness to perceive one's favorability. Social and cognitive perspective. Views behavior as influenced by interaction between people's traits in their social context. Spotlight effect, overestimating others, noticing and evaluating our appearance, performance, and blunders. Superego, the part of personality that, according to Freud, represents internalized ideas and provides standard for judgment for the future aspirations. Terror management theory, a theory of death-related anxiety, explores people's response to reminders of their impending death. Thematic apperception test, the projective test in which people express their inner feelings and interests through stories and make about ambiguous scenes. Trait, a characteristic pattern of behavior. Trait, a characteristic pattern of a behavior of a disposition to feel and act, as accessed by self-report inventories and peer reports. Unconditional positive regard, according to Rogers, an attitude of total acceptance towards other persons. Unconscious, according to Freud, a reservoir of mostly unacceptable thoughts, wishes, feelings, and memories.